Good afternoon, Madam Chair. It's Matthew Wyszhelski. You're not the first person to stumble a little bit on that. First, I'd like to thank you for letting me come speak to you, to this body today. It's a very important subject to us. The Hamtramck Fire Department is an old organization. We're a smaller organization. And the money that was allocated through this body to purchase a fire engine represents a large investment for our department. It's been a number of years. I've been chief since June of 2022. I've been with the department since 1998. I've been preaching to our city council on the need for updating and modernizing our fire equipment. Senator Chang and I met somewhere in the process here, and she took up our cause. She brought it to your body and made this appropriation, which was a very welcome relief for myself as fire chief, because this is a very significant investment for our department. And not only is this an investment for our department, it's an investment for our entire area. In 2014, the city of Hamtramck, along with the cities of Detroit and Highland Park, entered into an auto aid agreement. What this does is blurs the borders. It allows us to respond to the person in need with the closest appropriate emergency vehicle. As the chair said in her opening, we don't ask if you're a Republican or a Democrat when we respond. We respond, we mitigate the situation, make sure everything's safe, and we go back home. Our job is to keep not only our citizens safe, but our firefighters safe. This investment is huge for us. Our current fleet, I have 3 pumpers. 2 of them are approaching 15 years old. 15 years old is the time you're supposed to put them into reserve service and use them as needed sparingly. My reserve piece that I have to rely on is a 1996 pumper, which was purchased before I was hired nearly 30 years ago. This was going to allow me to retire that piece of apparatus, modernize my fleet, and make it more safe for the community. And when we received news of this on Friday, it was kind of a punch in the gut for us. We found it in Crane's magazine. Nobody bothered to notify us. It was just, maybe they just weren't going to respond when we asked for the check for the fire engine. But buying a fire engine is not like going to the lot and buying a car. They take a long time to build. There's an entire process. So once we received notice that this funding was coming to us in October of last year, we immediately began the process, produced the RFP, went out to bid, selected everything, and we were ready to go by January. And we actually signed the agreement. We met with Spartan Fire Apparatus Manufacturers right here in Charlotte, Michigan, to begin the build process. Now, we have signed a contract that has us, we are now on the hook for over a $900,000 piece of apparatus that, frankly, my controller and I are trying to figure out how we're going to pay for now. I'm kind of disappointed. I feel a little gut punched. Through the years, Hamtramck has gone through some rough patches. We've stepped up. We've done what's been asked of us by the state, either through the financial manager, what was dictated to us. We have gone into the regionalization. We work very close with our neighbors in Detroit and Highland Park. And when this opportunity arose, it was like a rainbow opened up over the city for once. And it was a godsend, and we were very happy for it. Now, hopefully the rainbow will come back. I have faith that this body will do the right thing, and sitting here today, I feel a lot of outrage at what has happened here by this body, and it's restored a little faith in me, and hopefully I wish you all the best in your fight in restoring these projects for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Chief. Those Polish last names are a bit hard. There's a lot of consonants in that one. I just want to echo a couple of things. I did not know when I was first approached by a couple of your guys, as well as yourself, about the need for a new fire truck, that it took 26 months to actually get a fire truck. And so that's an extraordinarily long time. Of course, we want to make sure that the fire trucks that are being delivered are built properly, and so let's make sure that we're following that process. However, clearly this is not waste, fraud, and abuse. This is simply the process by which a municipality acquires a fire truck. And I would just like to remind the entire committee that over the course of time in this legislature, we have over and over again reiterated our support for first responders and reiterated our support for public safety. And so I would hope that after the actions of the Michigan House Republicans last week, that we can all remind ourselves yet again that first responders deserve our respect. They deserve modern equipment that allows them to do their job. And I hope that these cuts can be restored. The last thing I will note is that I have heard stories of times when this particular fire truck has actually broken down on scene. We cannot have that happen. It is dangerous. And I hope that we are able to remedy this situation for the residents of Hamtramck and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator McMorrow.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Chief, I have a very simple yes or no question. Were you contacted by anybody from the House Appropriations Committee before they made this cut?
No.
Thank you.